I'm not saying it's not there. Who are you going to get to get that?
For instance, who is currently holding, this is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
Well, it seems that old number 47, Donald Trump, is having some type of mental breakdown.
Come on, man.
So Donald Trump got on his social media, Truth, and he had something to say to the male maggots and the female maggots. Let's get into it. U.S. President Donald Trump has urged his supporters and allies to stop attacking Attorney General Pam Bondi, saying she's doing an excellent job and should be allowed to focus on her work. In a lengthy post on Truth Social, Trump appealed for unity within the MAGA movement and criticized the renewed controversy over Jeffrey Epstein files, which has sparked deepening clashes between the FBI and the Department of Justice. Now, we all know that they came out and say that there's nothing there, there's no file, and the case is closed.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019, awaiting his sex trafficking trial. According to a memo detailing the findings, investigators found the video showed no one entering the area in the overnight hours before Epstein was found unresponsive. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. For years, Epstein has been at the center of conspiracies surrounding both his death and a rumored client list allegedly used to blackmail powerful men.
But what people are upset about is Pam Bondi. She got up there and said that the files was on her desk. She got on Fox News and said that, yeah, I'm going to be looking into it.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
She was the one that had the binders that she gave out to some influencers, which everybody already knew basically what was in those binders.
Sharing a bunch of what turned out to be previously reported in the public domain information, they had repackaged into a bunch of fancy binders, which they handed out to people. And so when the DOJ comes back basically yesterday and says, you know what, looked at it and turns out nothing to see here.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
And even Trump, he was talking about this list when he was on the trail. Don Jr., you name it, Cash Patel.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this. Catherine Rumler, we need to keep the heat on this case, folks. There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question.
And now, you know, once Trump and his administration saying that there's nothing here, people are scratching their head and they're basically saying, oh, no, it can't be that simple. This is what Trump had to say. And this is coming off his Truth Social right here, ladies and gentlemen. Trump wrote, what's going on with my boys and some in cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. Like I say, sounded like Forrest Gump. We're on one team, Team MAGA. And I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration. Come on now. Yeah, okay. I'm going to let you have that. The talk of the world and the selfish people are trying to hurt it, and all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. He never died because y'all was the one that kept bringing him up. You, on your campaign trail, you was talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Your son was talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Cash Patel was talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Dan Bongino was talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So people that you have in your administration and in your cabinet were talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So you got MAGA all up in an uproar, thinking that, hey, it's going to be people that y'all don't like that's going to get exposed. But then the guy that you had in your administration, Elon Musk, y'all had your fallout. And once Elon Musk came out and said that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, now all of a sudden you want people to shut up about it.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Why do you want people to shut up about Jeffrey Epstein all of a sudden? The people that you had in your administration basically say that, hey, we want those files to come out. They was going to release them. But then all of a sudden, hey, there's no Justine file, but there's no list. He killed himself. Yeah. It goes on to read that for years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama? Oh, so Obama wrote those files. See what he's trying to do here? What he's trying to do is to blame another black man. Oh man, that's his go-to right there. See, that's the key for me, ladies and gentlemen. When he mentions Obama is MAGA's, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? It gets MAGA in an uproar. That's what it does. Whenever you mention Obama could never do anything right to appease people on the right, especially MAGA. So once he puts MAGA in there, oh, they're gonna say, yeah, Obama wrote this. Obama didn't wrote this. Obama didn't wrote the file list. Obama didn't wrote the Epstein files. Come on now. Come on, Trump. See, this is how you know when you're guilty, when you start doing things like this. He said, files written by Obama, Crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who calmed the world with the Russia hoax. Boy, how they say, when it get hot in the kitchen, boy, Donald Trump sure know how to try to get out of it. No, Donald, we're not gonna let you have that. He said the Russia host, 51 intelligence agencies, the laptop from hell, and more. They created the Epstein files, just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. And now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, well, I don't know why they didn't release it. I wish they had released it, because then we would have answers. Then we would truly know what or who was on the Epstein Island, and those people could be prosecuted. Because the only person that been prosecuted is what's her name? Maxwell, Ghislaine. She's the only one doing 20 years. So if that's the case, why is she still in prison? If there's no list, if she didn't transported young women to high-powered men, why is she still in prison? That's a question for another day. But Trump, we see what you're trying to do. You're trying to pull the old bait and switch, but the American people are not going to let you do that. I know I'm not going to let you do that. Some MAGAs may let you do that, but the MAGAs, they're starting to see through your BS as well. So y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about what I just said about old number 47 try to pull a wool over your eye by saying that Obama wrote the goddamn Epstein file, him and Hillary. In the comments below, the man on the street wants to know.